Welcome back to Long Box Diving, and I'd like to do a quick review of what came out yesterday, Savage Avengers number 5. Now, I've really been enjoying this book, and so I wanted to do a quick review. I don't normally do these, but I wanted to do one because I really like this book, and I don't see a lot out there on it, so I wanted to be able to share that with you. So, if you've been following along, Colin Gath has come into our world along with Conan. He's met up into the Savage Land, and he is capturing warriors, and he's killing them to bring back a blood god. And so he's got Wolverine there. He's got the Punisher. Elektra showed up. Conan. Voodoo is there. And so the last thing, issue, Colin Gath was able to resurrect this blood god, this great beast, and it got sent to Shanghai. So they went after it to kill it. Now, rather than this thing is just it's grown, it gets more powerful as it's fighting, and it's been about an hour, and the thing is gigantic now, and they are having a hard time fighting with it now. Conan is the one that's supposed to keep the blood god engaged while everybody else tries to build a trap for it. And it's funny because he says the only one he actually cares about is the little diminutive warrior from Pest, and he has hopes of acquiring his own set of sneak blades. So I'm assuming he's meeting Wolverine there, and that was actually pretty good. So Elektra is able to shoot a bow and arrow. He's able to wrap up the blood god's legs and knock it down. Voodoo is trying to hold it down with magic. Now, this is one of the coolest times I've seen Voodoo actually look pretty cool in these. And Wolverine goes in for the kill, and he is slashing at this beast's head, not doing any good. He says healing too fast, so he goes, "We're gonna go straight for the skull." So he slams his blade in, but he can't get any further into the skull. So Grom actually takes the symbiote and creates a gigantic hammer and starts slamming Wolverine's elbows. And Venom goes on the other side, and they're both just slamming Wolverine's elbows until it goes into the skull. And then Voodoo's like, "Oh," and Elektra goes beep, and the thing explodes. I mean, blood and guts everywhere. And that was pretty funny. And there's some good lines in here, like, "Who would like to see me strangle a sorcerer?" Conan said, "Who would like to see me strangle a sorcerer?" And Wolverine's like, "I could put my feet up and enjoy that." So Voodoo, again, really cool use of magic, teleports them all back to the city of Sickles in the Savage Lands to confront Colin Gath. Now here you see Conan says, "Hey, you dare cast spells upon me?" And Venom's like, "Hey, calm down, diaper dude. You want to walk?" And that actually kind of made me laugh a little bit. The humor in here is pretty good. I like that. Now, the symbiote in Conan, that Conan had found in Colin Gath's amulet, which has been trapped in this place for a long time, is dying. And they have to save Conan by getting a life transfer from one of Colin Gath's guards. So there's a great panel of the Wolverine, Venom, Elektra, and the Punisher running into battle. It's just the art in here with Deodato is actually really good. I've really enjoyed it. It's very dark and gritty, and I like that. Then we have a great scene of each one of them just slaughtering the guards. Now, they're the Savage Avengers, but they're not worried about killing anybody. And they're just taking everybody out. So Wolverine brings a guy back, and it's funny. Voodoo said, "Hey, did you have to stumpify him?" Wolverine's like, "Yes. As a matter of fact, yes." That's great. So Voodoo does what he considers the most darkest spell that he has, and the stain would never wash away from him. So again, this is really pretty good because there's a consequence for Voodoo doing this, and he understands the consequence, and he's willing to do it anyway to save Conan. So that's good. I like that character and that writing of that. So he transfers the soul of the guard into Conan. Of course, Conan is not appreciative. Conan likes no magic cast on him. Then they go up, and they're getting ready to go after Colin Gath specifically. And they blow the door. They come rushing in. Colin Gath has a portal open. He starts walking through. And as soon as they rush up on him, he freezes everybody. And he tells them basically that at some point they are going to serve him, whether they like it or not. And that the blood god the god's infection has taken hold on them. So they call the year for the marrow god's infection. So they have about a year where they have free will, and after that, the infection of the marrow god, this blood god, will take hold of them, and they will be forced to serve Colin Gath. Of course, none of them's okay with this, and that's really kind of crazy. So Voodoo decides to go after Colin Gath, and he steps through the portal after him. Everybody else, the whole city gets teleported, and they're all left standing there with the caskets of the Punisher's family. And so they're all kind of talking, and like, hey, funny, Conan actually looks at Elektra and goes, hey, I think we make a good match. I would like to hang out with me. And she's like, no thanks, I got my own plans. So he gives them a little rundown of who Crom is, because they're like, hey, what are you talking about, Crom? And I don't know how that's going to figure into this later, or whether it was just a nice little history bit to fill out the comic. But they decide they're going to take the teleport back to New York, or wherever they're going. Conan's not going to run magic, so he's going to walk. Frank, the Punisher, decides he's going to walk as well. I think it's more of a penance. He's still punishing himself, not just the bad guys, but he is still punishing himself for the death of his family. Now, Elektra goes up to Conan and actually said, here, take a token of my affection. Keep this safe for me until we meet again. And then Venom looks at her and goes, that's what gets you going, the roidnoid over there? Again, it was very funny. And she's like, he's not without his charms. So this is very, very cool stuff. Very funny. And again, the writing has been pretty good. They got some funny jokes in here and there. The story's great. I like the fact it's very gritty, very bloody. They're not afraid to be who they are. These are the kind of characters these people are, and they're written that way, and it's really nice to see. And Deodato's art is just fantastic. The darkness of it, and the colorings are actually really pretty good too. It just goes with the theme of the whole thing. So I'm not sure exactly where Dugan is going to go with this. They've kind of split the team. Everybody's kind of going a different way. But they have a 1-year countdown on them. So how this is all going to play out is going to be very interesting to me, and I can't wait to see where it's going. So hopefully, if you like this kind of stuff, you would go ahead and get this. I think it's a recommend. I like it, and welcome to seeing it. I welcome seeing this again on the shelf. I can't wait to see it again. So thanks all for joining me. Like and subscribe, and have a good day.